Hello, grade fours. It's Mr. Morkunis here, and I hope you've had a terrific time on holidays doing whatever you've been doing. Welcome to our very first maths review for term 2. So this is the maths review for Wednesday, April 15th. And because it's the first time we're doing it like this, I thought I'd explain how you can participate along with me as we go through the video. So what are you going to need? Well, just like a normal review, you will need your whiteboard and your marker. So if you haven't already got those, go ahead and pause the video now if you need to. If you have a tissue or a cloth as well to help you rub out, that would be great as well. Okay, now that you've got your equipment, let's run through how this will work. Just like normal white slides, I'm going to ask you to chant along with me when I do so make sure you're participating. Write your answers and check. So normally in a classroom, you would write your answers down. Then I would say 3, 2, 1, chin it. You would chin your work and I could have a quick scan of it. So obviously I can't do that. So it's going to be on you today to check your own answers. All right. So it's really important that once we put the answers up, you might want to pause the video, take a few seconds to check through them. Any questions that you've made mistakes on, have a look at the solutions and try and figure out where you've gone wrong. Okay. Pause the video frequently. That's really important because I'm not going to give you the same amount of time that I normally would. Right? I'm just basically going to say, all right, go ahead and do it. And then a few seconds later, I'll start going through the answers. So you can pause the video. If you're on a computer or a laptop, the easiest way to do that is just by pressing the space bar because that will pause and play for you. And finally, do what you can and try your best. All right. You don't have to answer every single question. Okay, those of you who are used to me checking in with you and making sure that you're on the right track, obviously I can't do that when I'm just over the internet with you. So try what you can. Don't stress if you get a few things wrong. All right, and you don't have to answer every question. Let's go ahead and get started with some flashcards. Here's our month of the year chant, so go ahead and read it with me. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except for February, it's the one which only has 28 days clear and 29 in each leap year. Alright, some flashcards. This is an irregular hexagon. Kilometers. Days in April, 30. Days in July, 31. This is an isosceles triangle. This is a regular pentagon. Minutes in an hour, 60. Days in May, 31. How many millimeters are in a centimeter? 10. How many milliliters are in a liter? 1,000. This is a regular octagon. This is a rhombus. How many kilograms are in a ton? 1,000. This is a semicircle. This is pointing northeast. This is a rectangle. How many grams are in a kilogram? 1,000. This is a dodecahedron. All right, it has 12 faces. So dodec is 12 and hedron means face. All right, today we're going to do our fours. So just like normal, we're going to chant them through forwards and backwards. Here we go. 1 4 is 4, 2 4s are 8, 3 4s are 12, 4 4s are 16, 5 4s are 20, 6 4s are 24, 7 4s are 28, 8 4s are 32, 9 4s are 36, 10 4s are 40. Take a breath, we're going to go backwards. And 10 4s are 40, 9 4s are 36, 8 4s are 32, 7 4s are 28, 6 4s are 24, 5 4s are 20, 4 4s are 16, 3 4s are 12, 2 4s are 8, 1 4 is 4. Alright, so on your whiteboard, go ahead and answer these, starting from the top left question. Skip the ones you don't know. Pause the video now. Okay, let's see how you did. 1 4 is 4, 3 4s are 12, 6 4s are 24, 10 4s are 40, 7 4s are 28, 8 4s are 32, 2 4s are 8, 5 fours are 20, 9 fours are 36, 4 fours are 16. 18 fours are 72, 5 40s are 200, 60 40s are 2,400, 385 fours equals 1,540, 65 34s are 2,210, and how many fours do I need to get to 668? 167. All right. Let's skip count backwards by fours, starting from 60. Starting from which number? 60, that's right. Here we go. 60, 56, 52, 48, 44, 40, 36, 32, 28, 24, 20, 16, 12, 8, 4. All right, now we have our turnaround. So say these with me just as we normally do. 1 4 is 4, 4 1s are 4, 4 divided by 4 is 1, 4 divided by 1 is 4, 2 4s are 8, 4 2s are 8, 8 divided by 4 is 2, 8 divided by 2 is 4, 3 4s are 12, 4 3s are 12, 12 divided by 4 is 3, 12 divided by 3 is 4, 4 4s are 16, 16 divided by 4 is 4, 5 4s are 20, 4 5s are 20, 20 divided by 4 is 5, 20 divided by 5 is 4, 6 4s are 24, 4 6s are 24, 24 divided by 4 is 6, 24 divided by 6 is 4, 7 4s are 28, 4 7s are 28, 28 divided by 4 is 7, 28 divided by 7 is 4, 8 4s are 32, 4 8s are 32, 32 divided by 4 is 8, 32 divided by 8 is 4, 9 4s are 36, 4 9s are 36, 36 divided by 4 is 9, 36 divided by 9 is 4, 10 4s are 40, 4 10s are 40, 40 divided by 4 is 10, 40 divided by 10 is 4. Are you out of breath? I'm always out of breath after doing that. So here's a subitizing slide. So I want you to count the objects and then do the questions below the line if you can. Pause the video now. Okay. How many objects are there altogether? There are 27. Let's double check that by skip counting by fours. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. If we share the collection equally among 3 people, each will receive 9. If we subtract 26 from the collection, we get to 1. And if we triple the collection, we get to 81. Great job. All right, now we have the sixes. So same deal. We're going to recite them forwards and backwards. Here we go. 1 6 is 6, 2 6 is 12, 3 6 is 18, 4 6 is 24, 5 6 is 30, 6 6 is 36, 7 6 is 42, 8 6 is 48, 9 6 is 54, 10 6 is 60. Take a breath, we'll go backwards. And 10 6 is 60, 9 6 is 54, 8 6 is 48, 7 6 is 42, 6 6 is 36, 5 6 is 30, 4 6 is 24, 3 6 is 18, 2 6 is 12, 1 6 is 6. All right, here are your questions for the sixes. Go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, let's see how you did. Say the answers with me. 1 6 is 6, 3 6s are 18, 6 6s are 36, 10 6s are 60, 7 6s are 42, 8 6s are 48, 2 6s are 12, 5 6s are 30, 9 6s are 54, 4 6s are 24. 18 6s are 108, 5 60s are 300, 60 60s are 3,600, 385 6s are 2,310, 65 36s are 2,340, and how many sixes do we need to get to 834? 139. Okay, let's skip count backwards by sixes starting from 72. Starting from which number, grade 4s? 72. Here we go. 72, 66, 60, 54, 48, 42, 36, 30, 24, 18, 12, 6. All right, now it's time for our fact family, so chant along with me. 1 6 is 6, 6 1s are 6, 6 divided by 6 is 1, 6 divided by 1 is 6, 2 6s are 12, 6 2s are 12, 12 divided by 6 is 2, 12 divided by 2 is 6, 3 6s are 18, 6 3s are 18, 18 divided by 6 is 3, 18 divided by 3 is 6, 4 6s are 24, 6 4s are 24, 24 divided by 6 is 4, 24 divided by 4 is 6, 5 6s are 30, 6 5s are 30, 30 divided by 6 is 5, 30 divided by 5 is 6, 6 6s are 36, 36 divided by 6 is 6, 7 6s are 42, 6 7s are 42, 42 divided by 6 is 7, 7. 42 divided by 7 is 6. 8 6s are 48. 6 8s are 48. 48 divided by 6 is 8. 48 divided by 8 is 6. 9 6s are 54. 6 9s are 54. 54 divided by 6 is 9. 54 divided by 9 is 6. 10 6s are 60. 6 10s are 60. 60 divided by 6 is 10. 60 divided by 10 is 6. Go ahead and complete this subitizing slide. You can pause the video now. Okay, how many objects are there altogether? There are 49. So let's check again by skip counting by 6s this time. We'll go a bit slower because it's harder to skip count by 6s than 4s. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, and that makes 49. Now if we double the collection, we get to 98. If we share the collection evenly among 7 people, each will receive 7. And if we subtract 32 from the collection, we'll get 17. Great job. Okay, let's do some mental maths now. So what number do you need to make 10? I will bring up the question, and you can just shout out the answer, okay? 8, 0, 7, 2, 3, 9, 6, 10. Now we're going to make 100. Same deal. 20, 75, 70, 100, 25, 60, 80, 0. All right, let's do some vertical subtraction with renaming. So whenever we do one of these white slides, grade 4s, I'd like you to say the algorithm along with me. All right, so all the scripting will come up over here, and I want you to say this with me. So I have 5 1s. Can I take away 7 1s? No, rename. Rename 1 10 as 10 1s. So if I've got 3 10s, all right, and I rename 1, how many will be left? 2 10s. And if I take that 10, rename it as 10 1s, if I add my 10 1s to 5 1s that we have here, how many 1s will we have? 15. Now we ask our question again. Now I have 15 1s. Can I take away 7 1s? Yes, do it. 15 1s take away 7 1s equals 8 1s. And we put our 8 1s down here. Let's move to the 10s. So I have 2 10s. Can I take away 4 10s? No. Rename. Rename 100 as 10 10s. If I've got 800s and I rename 1, how many will be left? 7. And how many 10s will I have to subtract with? 12. Now I have 12 10s. Can I take away 4 10s? Yes, do it. 12 10s take away 4 10s equals 8 10s. And now we subtract our hundreds. And you'll remember that when we ask if we can subtract, when we're on the last digit, it'll always be yes, okay? I have 700s. Can I take away 300s? Yes, do it. 700s take away 300s equals 400s. So my answer is, say it with me, 488. Here are 4 questions for you to try on your whiteboards. Please pause the video, and when you come back, we'll go through the answers. Okay, let's see how you went. So question A, 87 take away 49 is 38. B, 826 take away 558 is 268. Question C, 359 take away 176 equals 183. Were you tricked by this here? You don't have to rename this bit. And D, 83 and 93 hundredths take away 35 and 96 hundredths equals 47 and 97 hundredths. You can go ahead and rub out your whiteboards now. All right, let's do some 2 by 1 digit multiplication, and let's go through our example slide again. So don't forget to say the algorithm with me as it comes up. Always start with the bottom right digit, which in this case will be our 3. So we're going to multiply our 1s by our 1s. 3 1s multiplied by 4 1s equals 12 1s. Rename as 1 10 2 1s. So we rename our 1 10 in the 10s column and our 2 in the 1s column. All right. Now let's do our second step. Say it with me. 3 1s multiplied by 2 10s equals 6 10s. Add 1 10 equals 7 10s. So it's 3 multiplied by 2, which is 6. Add 1, which is 7. And because we're multiplying ones and tens, it's 7 tens. So the 7 goes in the tens column. What's my answer? Everyone say it together. 72. So here you are. 4 more questions for you to have a try. Pause the video, and when we come back, we'll do the answers. Okay, let's see how you went. 45 multiplied by 3 equals 135. So if you made a mistake, it might have been with this 13 here. So remember that 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. Add 1 is 13. So if you've got an 8 down here, then what you've done is you've accidentally added. So that's something that I see a lot as a very common mistake. Question B, 64 multiplied by 5 equals 320. Question C, 746 multiplied by 6 equals 4,476. And question D, 4 and 6 tenths multiplied by 8 equals 36 and 8 tenths. All right, let's move on to 2 by 2 digit multiplication. And again, we start with the bottom right digit. I want you to say these steps with me. It's really important that you do that. So we're going to multiply the ones by the ones. Say it with me now. 3 ones multiplied by 6 ones equals 18 ones. Rename as 110, 8 ones. All right, 1 in the tens column, 8 in the ones column. Now we're going to look at multiplying ones by 10. So look at my arrow. 3 ones multiplied by 3 tens equals 9 tens. Add 1 10 equals 10 tens. So we have to add this 1 10 here. So 10 tens just go in the tens column there. Okay, and because we're at the end of this row, we can put the 1 in as well. Now that we've done our first 2 multiplication steps, we can add our big fat 0. All right, definitely cross this 1 out. You can cross the 3 out as well if it helps. All right, we have 2 more multiplications to go. So step 3, multiply tens by the ones. 4 tens multiplied by 6 ones equals 24 tens. We rename as 2 hundreds, 4 tens. And last step, 4 tens multiplied by 3 tens equals 12 hundreds. Add 2 hundreds equals 14 hundreds. So it's 4 threes are 12, but they're 12 hundreds. And we have 2 more hundreds up here that we have to add. That's how we get to 14. 14 goes down here. All right, we can cross that out because we're done with it. Add our 2 numbers to get our final answer. What's our final answer? Say it with me, grade 4s. 1,548. Okay, here are 3 questions for you to try. All right, just try and get at least the first one done. So pause the video, and when we get back, I'll give you the answers. Okay, let's see how you went. Question A, 25 multiplied by 35 equals 875. If you got it wrong, what I'd like you to do is I would like you to check through these 2 rows here and see if you can identify where you went wrong. Then you might want to go back and try the question again, just to see if you can get it right this time. As mathematicians, we like to find out exactly where on a question we got wrong, okay, so that we can improve. Question B, 38 multiplied by 49 equals 1,862. And if you attempted C, 475 multiplied by 859, you would have got an answer of 408,025. All right, let's do some greater than or less than practice. Remember that 8 is greater than 3, 4 is less than 6. Pac-Man eats the larger number, okay? All right, so on these slides, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to call out greater than or less than, and then I will do the same after a second or 2. So this one will be greater than, less than, greater than, greater than, less than, less than, greater than, less than, less than. Okay, so on your whiteboard, I'd like you to answer these questions. So what you're going to do is either write less than or greater than. So pause the video and we'll go through the answers. Let's see how you went. Question A, 90 is less than 96. Question B, 1,456 is greater than 1,389. C, 2 1/100th is less than 2 1/10. D, 39 4/10 is less than 39 4500ths. And E, 1/4 is greater than 1/5. Okay, let's do some time problems. There's going to be some text come up here. If you can, I'd like you to read it along with me. The shorthand tells us the hour. The hour's 2. The longhand tells us the minutes. The minutes are 0 because the big hand or the long hand is pointing at the 12. When the shorthand is in between numbers, we use the earlier number to tell the hour. So here, what would the hour be? Would it be 9 or 10? It would be 9. Okay, so that time is 9:30. Each number on a clock represents 5 minutes. If the long hand is on the 7, multiply 7 by 5 to get 35 minutes. So this time will be 3:35. The second hand tells us how many seconds have passed. Each number on a clock represents 5 seconds. Okay, so just for your information, so green is our shorthand, red is our longhand, and blue is our second hand. But another way of looking at it is the short fat hand is the hours, the long fat hand is the minutes, and the long thin hand is the seconds. All right, just in case you have trouble with the colors. All right, that's what that time will look like, 12, 38, and 0 seconds. So I'm about to show you some clocks, and on your whiteboard, I'd like you to write the answers down. Try and do it quickly. I'm not going to ask you to pause in between each one. I'll give you about 5 or 10 seconds for each one. That time is 1:20. $8:04. 9:08. This one has seconds in it. 6:37 and 10 seconds. 11:58 and 37 seconds. Last one. 3:11 and 24 seconds. Okay, here's an example of a Singapore bar model question. So I'm just going to show you how we would do this. So when we have parts but we need to find the whole of a collection, we use addition. So this one will probably be an addition question. Let's read it together if you can. I bought 38 basketball cards on Monday and 98 basketball cards on Tuesday. How many basketball cards do I have all together? So the first thing we do is we do our cubes. So C for circle, circle our key numbers. Then we underline our question and we box any maths action words. Now the big one in this question is all together. Can you remember which operation all together normally tells us? It normally indicates addition, but be careful because it can indicate multiplication as well. Then we evaluate and draw. So I have two numbers here. So how many bar segments should I draw? That's right, I should draw 2. So I'm going to label one as 38 and the other one as 98. And if you want, you can put some labels inside the bars. So that will be my Monday bar. This will be my Tuesday bar. And what's the question asking? How many basketball cards do I have all together? So I'm looking, well, I know the parts, but I don't know the whole. This is an addition question. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this bit up here. All right, we're looking for the collection. So then I can use my algorithm. Okay, 38 add 98. Solve it as normal. We would get an answer of 136. So that goes up the top. That's going to be our answer. And so we can finish with a full sentence answer. I had 136 basketball cards in total. I should probably say have, not had, but that's okay. There you are. Review mistake. Mark it on your tallies if you've got one. All right. I want you to try and solve this question on your own. I'll read it once and then I'll pause the video. I harvested 82 turnips and 34 potatoes. How many vegetables did I harvest in total? So I'll pause the video now and then we'll go through the answer. Okay, so this is what it should look like. I've circled 82 and 34. You don't have to have done that though. You just need to do the bar model. Underline my question. Any maths action words there? Total is definitely a maths action word. So this looks very similar to our example. So we're going to have 2 bar segments. One will be worth 82, one will be worth 34. And we know that the one worth 82 needs to be a bit longer. I've got my labels in here. So what do I need to find out? I'm trying to find out this top number here. So I'm going to add 82 and 34 together to get an answer of 116, which goes on the top. And then if you've done a full sentence answer, I harvested 116 vegetables in total. And yours doesn't have to be exactly word perfect to mine, as long as it makes sense. And grade 4s, that is in fact the end of the maths review. So great job for getting through it all. Okay, I know it's a bit unusual doing it this way compared to doing it in the classroom. I hope all that you did is tried your best. As I said at the start of the video, please don't worry if you got some questions wrong. Okay, thank you so much for your participation, and I'll see you next time.